people. Wyoming. Elevation 8640. There's the old monument of Lincoln. I don't know why I've always called this Lincoln Head Summit. It was just a little point of reference, you know, seeing the Lincoln Head. And again, people have told me this several times over the years, and I forget the name of this summit every time. So I keep calling it Lincoln Head. Now we're about to go down a treacherous grade. Of course, this guy's slowing down now, so I'll probably pass him up. Of course, you got this one, not looking. And we'll go ahead and... I mean, if this dude's loaded, then yeah, he don't want to go too fast down this, but I'm gonna blow on down, man. That's how I roll. What's up? Shut up. Throw on a little bit of Jake. I'm not heavy though, so I think I'm like 63,000 pounds total. Should be alright. Should be. Winging a prayer, baby. Because I've never gone down this hill before. Speed limit is 65 though, so I'll keep it back a little bit. It's actually not bad. I can blow down this hill if I'm not heavy 70 miles an hour. We're just pretty much opened up. Plus too, you always want to be somewhat aware that when you get to the bottom and the bottom out curve before you go into Laramie, sometimes I got a po-po sitting there, so sometimes. Shut up. Not very often though. So anyway, the port of entry for Wyoming, lights are flashing. They called me in, but they got a sign that says when it's flashing, if you don't need permits, you can exit the port. And I'm like, yeah, I don't need a permit, I'm good. See? But did I need a permit? I don't know. Hey man, nobody's out there flagging me down. I'm out. God, it was like I was driving down the edge of a cliff. I mean, I have come off this hill when I've been, you know, total weight 80,000 pounds. Yeah, the cops hang out right here at the bottom. So shut up. Cops hang out at the bottom right there. actually, years ago, my first wife was living in Minnesota, and she and I broke up or whatever, and I was going back to Vegas to go get my old job back at hauling fuel. And I had my 69 Torino GT. I was driving back with me and my dog. We got into Laramie late at night. Like it was like 1 in the morning. And my buddy Shocker, I'll call him back. It was like 1 in the morning. My car started running like shit. Come to find out, it sucked a valve. But I got into Laramie, shut the car off. It was cold. It was in like late October of 2004, and the car had no heat. Got here, the McDonald's right here in town, where it's got dirt parking on the side and shit. I parked over there late at night, fell asleep on the front bench seat. My dog was in the back, and all I had was a couple bags of clothes. You know, no blankets, no nothing. Pulled all the clothes out of the bag and wrapped up in those for the night, because it was below freezing out. Wind was blowing, just blowing right through that car. Woke up about sun up, got me a coffee, McDonald's there. Cranked the car, it cranked back up, so I was like, all right. Started driving it again, and I was driving about 50 miles an hour from here all the way over to Salt Lake and all the way down. It limped it into Vegas. Made it home. As soon as I got my money back up, got my job back and all that, I had to bought a new 351 Windsor, or rebuilt, refurbished crate motor. I had to put it all in. My parents' house at the time, my dad had a shop in the back and everything, so between my dad's a goddamn car genius. He's like just such a wealth of knowledge of being a mechanic. He's also a lifelong electrician and everything, very mechanical though. Him and a buddy of mine from work ended up coming over too. Now, I had to do all the work. They just told me how to do it. They guided me, but I had to put the whole motor in, rebuild the car, do everything, adjust all the valves, pistons, whatever. So it was my first time officially putting a motor in a car. I've done other stuff, just that was the biggest job I'd ever done up to that point. Got all that done. Later on, I ended up giving it to my first stepkid. He turned around and traded it for a little Nissan 240SX. I was like, dude, that car is classic, man. Why'd you do that? Well, what? Whatever, dude. Give away a piece of history, I guess. It was a 69 Torino GT, and it wasn't a fastback, it was just a coupe. It was a very rare model of car. They didn't make a whole lot of them. So, yeah, well, it's almost 20 years ago, so what are you gonna do? Now, whenever you come into Laramie, though, exit, what was it, 311, I think. Is it Snowy Range? It's where the Double D truck stop, but it's got a little what's the pizza place? Not Papa John's. And then Papa Murphy's is a take and bake. Whatever that pizza is, Papa whatever. Anyway, they got Chester's Chicken in there too. It's pretty good. Got a whole liquor store. Good stuff. Hunting gear. They actually got all kinds of outdoor gear and stuff. Yeti coolers. All kinds of junk. Anyway, if the car hadn't cranked that morning, me and my dog, and I was stuck in Laramie, I thought, Jeremy and Laramie, it rhymes, I guess it'll do. I figured if the car didn't start, there's nothing I could do about it. I was gonna walk into McDonald's and get a job. And me and my dog could go get a little rat hole place to stay in, so I could walk to work every day. But the car cranked. Off it went. Oh, Big D, right here. That's a good truck stop though. Good place to stay when you're coming through instead of concentrating on the Petro or the Loves or anything. Big D, Chester's and Papa John. Papa John's? Oh, I'm thinking of Jimmy John's. God damn, man. That Papa John's pizza. I don't eat it enough to remember it. Because then you get over here to exit 310, you got the Iron Skillet, the Loves, and a Pilot. Of course, late at night, they're all, you know, totally filled up. Even this Big D place doesn't have any spots. It only has like maybe 20 spots in it. It's always a good place to stop off at. But if I can't stay there, then I'll go to the Petro, because the Petro's big and it's got an iron skillet. And I'd always prefer to get sit-down restaurant than Wendy's or Carl's Jr., of course.